Hello! We're doing a Skywatch despite what the top there says. Couldn't get the tracker to work, so yeah, we're doing a Skywatch tonight, not a Moonwatch. Let's get ourselves live everywhere else. So yeah, if you're just joining us, we are searching the skies live over Wiltshire tonight, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stonehenge. We're looking for the weird and wonderful in the night sky. It's lovely and clear for us. So, let's see what we can spot for those of you that aren't out partying here on a New Year's Eve there. Tickers is in, and Sheps is in. Hello, thank you for the likes, guys. Those likes and shares help us reach more and more like-minded people. They're getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we can all piece this puzzle together there. That is the night sky live. Now, we are fighting the moon a bit, because the moon is up full, and we were meant to be doing a moon watch, but the equipment wasn't playing ball, so we're just doing a sky watch tonight, so we can't see as many stars as we can normally, but there's still some nice bright ones there, and anything in low Earth orbit there in our atmosphere is definitely in range. So hopefully we can spot something strange and anomalous. It's a lovely clear night tonight. Am I still not sitting on the remote anymore? So yeah, we can't move the camera. That's the bit that's playing up typically, but yeah, we've still got some nice big bright stars in range there. It's lovely to look out at the night sky. All of those dots, they are other stars like our sun, some bigger, some brighter, some cooler, some hotter there, but nonetheless big balls of fusion reactions in the night sky there. And a happy New Year's Eve to everybody as well there. Good point, Shapsy. There, Paul is in. Good to see you. How are you doing, Paul? Are you having a quiet night in? I'm definitely past the age of partying. But guys, if you're joining us, we are doing a live UFO, UAP, Skywatch. So these are the skies live over Wiltshire, here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, just down the road from Stonehenge. So it's a really ancient and mysterious landscape here. These are the skies to be watching for the phenomena. We've seen a few interesting things over the months that we've been doing this. And yeah, if it's a clear sky, we're doing this pretty much every night. If it's cloudy, though, we do a live alien radio signal hunt. There, see all the weird wonderful things in the night sky. And this is what we're meant to be doing tonight, a moon stream, but the kit has let us down, so we can't do that one tonight. So it's just a normal UFO, a watch in the sky there. But do say hello as you're joining us there. We've got Conscious in as well, Andre as well, Motorhead, welcome. How is everyone doing? Where are you watching from tonight? Motorhead as well. Any more on 3i Atlas, or has it fizzled out? Was it a comet? I think it's looking like it was a fancy comet. It's not conclusive. Scientific community are happy to sit, I think, on the comet side, and I'd lean that way, but I still think there are questions to answer, but as far as I know, there isn't anything dramatic that it has done. There, Rio's in, and good to see you. And all good, and a quiet one tonight. A drop of, I like that, Paul. Very civilised there. And Andre as well there. Good evening from Holland. Welcome. I love it. I bet you've got some fantastic skies over your way there. How do we all feel about the UFO, the alien phenomena there? Are we all alone in this vast universe there? Or is life absolutely abundant? Maybe it's somewhere in between there, but maybe life is abundant, but the distances are just far too fast, and there isn't any magical technology that can get from A to B there. I kind of think I'm leaning to more that life is very, very abundant there. The question for me is it reaching us? Is it with us there? And again, I think there's some strong evidence that it is already here with us there, sitting outside and watching the fireworks. Andre, that sounds lovely. So we've got plans. It's a bit cold, so I don't know if we're going to bottle it, but we have plans to go up to one of the old hill forts where we normally do our sky watches from on location, and see if anybody's launching fireworks there at midnight. Get a great view of the surrounding area, and being lovely and clear, I think it'd be good to do. But it's frozen out, and I am a little bit of a princess when it comes to weather like that. And thank you for the heart, we do appreciate that. It all goes back into the stream there. Manna, how are we doing? I hope you've had a fantastic holiday period. We're doing a live sky watch tonight, guys, so we are looking out for UFOs, UAP, and all of the weird and wonderful things that happen in the night sky. We had some really fantastic sightings recently there. That big bright orange object that came across the screen there. The closest thing that I could think of was a shooting star, but it didn't look like any shooting star that we had ever seen before there. It was bigger, but it was slower, and that's what's important. The shooting stars are quite fast when they're coming into our atmosphere. It was still fast, but it was dramatically slower. There's no tail to it either, so I have no idea what that was. So we'd love to have a sighting like that again there. How you doing, Minnow? We have one. It involves being on here looking for the weird and wonderful. Where are we? Andre as well. Good, a onesie, overheated coat. Oh, yes, the layers there. The layers. There, Carl's in. Good to see you. You got your passport today as well. I'm glad that they all came through. I think I need to check in, make sure V's got hers. But I think all the passports actually made it, which is quite a surprise there. And Motorhead, I've heard stories about strange stuff, including info on the Decmont Hill UFO in Scotland. I haven't heard about that one. Now I want to hear. What sort of... Was it a crash or was it a landing? Tell us some more on that one. There, Rio, as well. I heard you can see the Seven Sisters near the moon tonight. You probably can. It's so bright. All I can see is the moon at the minute. It is so ridiculously bright. And I love to look at the moon there, but sometimes you do want to do a sky watch, but it just blinds you from all of the other stars. I mean, if you're on one of our normal sky watches, hold on, look, there's some footage. See how many stars you can see in that image there compared to what we can see now. Still got that little bit of blue there for the light. So the moon really does bugger us for the sky watches, but it'll only be with us for a few days there. And Raf is in. How are you doing there? And happy New Year's Eve to you, Raf. Good to see you. I'm sure it'll be a quiet one tonight with everybody out partying, but hey ho. We'll be doing a few hours of a Skywatch. It has been a while since we've done a normal Skywatch, so I am a little bit excited to be doing that. I do love when we're pointing at the Seven Sisters on a normal Skywatch, though, Rio, because they are stunning. I think you must have been in to see those there. When you can zoom in, just see the cluster of all the stars. And a very interesting point about the old Seven Sisters, it's called the Seven Sisters, because there are 7 stars visible to the human eye with the amount of light it lets in. But the interesting thing here is it kind of looks like 6, because 2 are very close together. So again, human eye, it looks like 6, although you are seeing 7. But when was the last time that with the positions of those, when was the last time that you could see, or the human eye could see 7? It was about 30,000 years ago during the last ice age. So maybe it got its name back then, and it's lasted this whole time, running it down through tales and through folklore there. But it's very interesting. Lots of tribes, don't they? They speak of being visited by beings, these ancient tribes from far star systems, and they often have knowledge about those star systems that we haven't been able to know ourselves through science until recent years with recent technology. So how did they get that knowledge? And how did they maintain it over those times there? Greengrass, how are you doing? And a happy new year to you. Good to see you tonight. Is it all cozy plans, guys? Is everybody here just hanging out inside tonight? There. And Jay Gregson as well, thank you for the follow. Good to have you on board. Where are you watching from tonight there? News and politics is in there. Forces as well, always. And JXX, how is everybody doing? Where is everybody from tonight there? And yep, we've got an 11-hour tomorrow, so we'll only be on here a little while. No worries, Raf, but that is... I hope they're giving you, bank holiday extra for that. You're getting double. Because that's a bit rough on the old bank holiday there. And Forces the Drivers, thank you again for the follow. Appreciate that. And so we do something every night, guys. So if it's a clear sky, we're doing a live sky watch, and this is meant to be a moon watch tonight. But the tracking head has failed us, so we're doing a normal sky watch. But remember, we get to see a lot more normally. Here's some footage there. You see a lot more stars in our images because the moon is up, bright, and it is full. So it's affecting us tonight. But yeah, normal UFO UAP sky watch there. If it is cloudy, this happens quite a lot here in the UK. We're doing an alien radio signal hunt. We've got a very large radio antenna there. We point it to the stars, hoping to hear, see ET say hello. And this is what a moon watch normally looks like for us there, but again, equipment issues, but we'll be back sorting that one soon, I think, there. And early to bed and work in the morning. Oh, that is terrible, Greengrass, but no worries there. Get your rest, and a happy new year from Scotland when it comes to everyone. Motorhead, and same to you. I will totally forget there. We're probably on for an hour or so tonight there. And news, I just had a flash, a left side middle. Damn it, I totally missed that one. Right, let's have a look to see if it repeats there, because we have been getting anomalous flashes on screen, and they can be very interesting. They can be very interesting indeed, as if they repeat, especially there. That's exposure time light. Which ones are that there? Because yeah, you do have to consider obviously the exposure, how long that was the sensor, isn't it, that is exposed for between each frame. We have to have it as a very long period, don't we, there, to let in as much light as possible, because the light that is coming from these stars out over these distances is so faint indeed. So we have to kind of give it as much of a helping hand as we can there. You saw it, excellent, keep an eye over there. Oh, it's where you photograph the lights and you can't barely see a twinkle. Right, Oh, okay, so you mean, yeah, just kind of letting it in, the exposure to let more light in. Well, that's what we're doing. This lens is very low, sort of f-stop there, so it's kind of the aperture is very big. It's letting in as much light as possible. It's about 2.5 times what the human eye is meant to sort of let in there, and that's cranked right up. And as you say, the exposure is basically as up as possible. Though this is video, yeah, that frame rate is kind of low there, so therefore letting in as much light as possible to help us to see some of those stars. It is crazy what you can do, isn't it there? Where are you joining us from, Tom, and how do you feel about the UFOs, the alien phenomena there? Are you a believer, or are you a bit more skeptical? And it's totally fine. Every way is fine. There. And Angela, Happy New Year to you as well. It's good to see everybody. We're the cool kids having a quiet evening in there. And damn right it's double, Raph, or I'd be suddenly coming down with something. And 2 right there, I think. G-Wack, how are you doing there? Happy New Year to you all as well. Guys, if you're joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch here in the UK. We're based in Wiltshire, which is right in the heart of crop circle country. So whenever you see those crop circles on the news, they're normally here. We had one just outside of town at the beginning of the summer last year, so we went and had a look at that. It's really cool to see. But yeah, lots of activity here over the years. Very ancient and mystical landscape. So we're not too far from Stonehenge, and Glastonbury again isn't too far in the other direction. So lots of things here over history, and these are the skies to be watching for the phenomena. So it's not as good as it normally is tonight there, because the moon is up full and it is taking that light from the moon there is again stopping us from seeing some of those far distant stars. We can normally see some really cool ones, but we can still see plenty. And again, anything in sort of a low Earth orbit there within our atmosphere is still going to be visible to us. So let's keep an eye out for the strange and anomalous. We can even zoom in on the cool stuff there. Oh, we've had it having a sulk. Is it going to come back? Why is that having a sulk now? Oh, okay, the camera's restarted itself. Sorry, guys, I'm going to have to go downstairs and take that one out. For some reason, the camera's started. Maybe it's the cold or whatever there. Sorry, guys, I'll be back in a second. I'll leave you with Alan whilst I go fix this. Alan, can you take over with your spaceship?
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show.
Ooh, Alan, I hope you've behaved. I hope Alan behaved there. Right. That's a little bit brighter. We can see a few more stars there. There you go. Where were we in the chat, guys? Sorry about that one. I think it's the cold affecting the camera there. How you doing, Deborah? Good to see you there. And as Ticker says, we are based right in the heart of crop circle country there. And was thinking of getting one of them dwarf smart telescopes. And look, they do look really, really cool. We still haven't tackled the telescope front here. It is on the list. At some point, we will do that at some point. But they do look really cool. You can just like program it from your phone, can't you? And it just knows where it is and points to it. Absolutely amazing there. And the forces that drive us. I like the Enki and Enlil theory. So what's the Enki and Enlil one? So I know roughly sort of the Anunnaki story there, and Enki kind of, is that around that sort of area? I do like some of these older theories around it there. They kind of, that feels like that could have gone on there as well. And Tom, they're like fairy lights or different. Tom, you're the first person to say that, but 100%, like that is exactly what it feels like when you're looking, especially when we get a much darker night there and the moon isn't up there. It's like all the different colours, and there's a particular constellation that's called the coat hanger constellation, and it's actually a constellation that looks like it says on the tin there, and it looks like a proper coat hanger, and each one is a different colour. It looks absolutely stunning there, all of those colours from some of those stars there. And Happy New Year, Kate. Nearly anyway, yes. How are you doing? How are the ferals? Are they all excited? He'll be right, exactly. Constantly fighting the equipment tonight there. If it's not one thing, it's the other. But, you know, suffer for art and all that. And Rachel, Happy New Year to Alan. Alan says Happy New Year to you too there. I hope you're having a good one there, Rachel. And Rio, he keeps staring at you, staring into your soul. That's what he's doing. He's judging. That is my Lara right there. Looks at Lyra. Oh, Lyran. Oh, God, to pronounce it. Happy New Year as well, guys there. And Unpopular, how are you doing? And Happy New Year to you there. I hope you a very successful New Year to you as well. Fighting equipment. So hey, why not end the year the same way we've spent the rest of it there, fighting technology? And this takes me back when Mars was in Gemini. When was that? I don't follow it. You're our resident astronomer, Rachel. You know exactly where we're pointing. In fact, where are we pointing now? What is the purple one at the bottom of the screen there? So I think we're pointing east at the minute there. Andrew, that's the David. Oh, is it? I know a little bit there. Oh, it is Jupiter. There we go. That's nice to know. It's the purple colour kind of threw me off a little bit there. Good spot in there. See, Rachel knows exactly what stars we're at there. And the ferals will be feraling. They want to see the fireworks there. Are they out of the age of partying for New Year's? Where are we? Over on the chat here. Zena, how are you doing there? Is this the right timeline? It's the timeline, Zeno, where it's meant to be a moon stream, but the pan and tilt motor decided not to work, and then also the cameras decided to keep playing up. So it's that timeline. Hopefully that's a good enough one for us tonight. So, and Dave as well, thank you for the likes, and thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there, guys? It is those likes and those shares that help us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena there, so we can all piece this puzzle together. So do say hello in the chat if you want to, no pressure. But we'd love to hear from you, and love to hear if you've seen anything strange as well. So as we're passing the time waiting for the action to happen on screen, it does tend to, pretty much every Skywatch we do, we tend to see something anomalous there, something that cannot be explained by satellite shooting stars or things like that. And Paul as well, welcome aboard. Where are you joining us from tonight? Thank you for the follow there. But yeah, do give us a follow if you're not already, guys, because we do something like this every night. So if it's cloudy, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt there with our very large radio antenna, or if the moon's up full, as it is tonight and we were meant to be doing, that's what our moon streams look like. We see all the craters, all the details, and talk about some of the weird sightings on off around the moon there. And that's what the sky should look like there. So when the moon's not up affecting our night vision, that's how many stars and weird things we see. But we should still see a lot tonight because it's still lovely and clear. They're expecting -5 degrees here in Wiltshire, and we're planning, aren't we, on going out for midnight. That's going to be a brave of us there. Portsmouth, I love that one. Not too far from us, news and politics there. I bet you've still got some good skies because you're not too far down the road there. Where are we? Over on the tubes there. Through House is in. Good to see you there. And Maya, hello. How are you doing? Happy New Year and all that to you guys over there as well. 2026 is only an illusion. It's a little bit too close to me. It means back to work. Ugh, not looking for it. Oh, look, there's some wisps of cloud coming in on the screen there. Still not by any means enough to prevent us from seeing all of the action going up there in the night sky. Gliders, how are you doing? And Happy New Year to you there. A lot of fog here today. There was here actually earlier, so I was worried if we were going to get a sky watching, but that seems to have cleared. Now we're just going to get a few clouds come in. Mars was in Gemini back on the 27th of October 2020. That's a while back. That is a while back there. It's time for Alan Walkie's there. Almost. He's not been fed yet. There's no chance of getting him in bed before Alan gets fed there, Mayor. So yeah, guys, if you want to see a bit more of the screen as well, at the Thing UFO, we're on both of those platforms as well. And just as you can see there, look, you see more of the screen. My box isn't taking up as much of room there, or when we're doing the radio signal analysis, there's more data that you can see there as well. Let me scroll down there. But we'll say, little Alan says hello there. But yeah, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. Wait for those clouds to pass there. We tend to see something strange pretty much every stream there, because those lower Earth orbits will definitely show up here. And thank you for the roses there, News. Appreciate that. So it all goes back into the stream. Oh, and Kate too coming in, feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks guys.
Bit cruel that he eats the alien pets, but he does. He does so, you know. Who am I to judge alien culture there? And Paul, have you ever seen a UAP? So we've definitely seen the unidentified. It's hard to then take it to the next level and go, is that definitely alien? But we can definitely filter out the normal explanations there. So things like satellites, drones, aircraft, shooting stars, all of those normal things. We see them all the time. They're quite distinct. And again, it's normally once per stream that we will see something that we haven't got a good explanation from, and mainstream science doesn't have a good explanation on. Now, is it a fancy weather event that we just don't fully understand and science hasn't, covered us up? Maybe. Or is it little green men are flying around? Maybe not so green, maybe grey. There, we don't know. But yeah, we definitely see something anomalous. We had our best sighting only a couple of weeks back there. News and politics.
Thank you for the alien pets,
Thank you for feeding Alan. But yeah, we saw, and it was this big, bright, fast-moving orange object just shot across the screen. And the closest thing was a shooting star, but it looked nothing like any of the shooting stars that we had seen before. It was moving too slow, first of all, for a shooting star. There was no tail to it as well. It was much thicker. There's just nothing about it. It was the closest thing, but it just, did not fit by any means at all. Then it can be a solid object, whereas the shooting stars, there's normally a nucleus, like the hot bit there, and you can see the tail, and you can see the different shades of the colour there as it's passing through the night sky. But this, none of that. It seemed to be an orange object that was just stretched across the screen, again because of the frame rate there of the video on the camera. Kind of stretched it across the screen, so we reckon it was an orb. And we've got clips of those on our main TikTok page, so if you click through to our profile, you can definitely see those there. He took a picture of Mars in Gemini, so that's how I know too. I would have thought you would have known all of the times there. And News and Politics, thank you for the gifts there. That is very, very kind of you. Excuse me. I do appreciate all that. Said it helps us all. It all goes back into the stream there, hopefully improving everything there to increase our odds of detecting more and more anomalous things there. Oh, here come the clouds there. It's always the way. We put the camera at the clouds rolling, but they are not thick enough to disturb a sky in which we can definitely still see anything in our atmosphere that is odd. Maybe some of those further away ones, the fainter ones, might be a little bit more tricky to see there, because we have been seeing, haven't we, like an anomalous flashing there. Everything up there should be in motion, should be moving. Even those stars up there, they are moving there. So when we see something that flashes to us like once every 2 minutes from the same spot, it is very, very strange. What is staying stationary up there to flash light back at us there? Very, very odd there. Oh, Maya says hello to you, Kate, there over on the Tox. Let me have a look there. Oh, yes, you got identical, Rachel. That was it, because you had the same orange object, didn't you? Was it like, it was very close to the same day. I don't think it's the same day, but it was like the next day or within a week or something. It was very, very close to the time as well. And Paul as well, the American government have admitted, but you're 100% correct there. And this just kind of seems to evade the mainstream sort of understanding. It hasn't, has it, distilled up or cycled to the mainstream consciousness here that UAPs, that there is a whole category of very regular anomalous things being witnessed in the skies and the seas that science doesn't have an explanation for, is very, very widely accepted by the US government, the armed forces. Our government here in the UK as well have accepted that a long time ago. In fact, before the Americans did. Harko, hello, and thank you for the heart. But yeah, I mean, we still get people coming in going, UFOs aren't real. What? UFOs are real. You can totally say that maybe they're not alien, maybe they are a weather phenomena that we haven't quite figured out yet here. Maybe it's advanced tech. Maybe, I don't know, you can definitely make an interesting argument. But they are real. They are 100% real there. And Riley as well, hello, and thank you for the gifts. Appreciate that. All goes back into the stream there. Rio, Happy New Year to you. Leanne from me, Stephen, and my cat box. Oh, well, Happy New Year to all of you guys as well there. And from Alan. He's just getting used to Earth traditions there. And the Sainsbury's carrier bag is now on my phone case. I have Alan and Vega and things on your laptop. Perfect. How to put pictures in the chat there. So we our stream stickers, we for a while were doing physical stickers of the stickers that you guys can put in the chat there, our custom ones. And they've made home on many a notebook there, haven't they? And a pinkish glittery UAP. It's a good way of putting it there. Good to see you there, Harco, as well there. And the gimbal video is amazing. Yeah, just its position, its station is. I've seen some people trying to debunk it, saying it's birds. You know, they're going, oh, you've not considered the parallax of the ground. And I'm going, right. One thing I do have, I don't trust governments, but what I do trust is the fact that this equipment is up there designed to identify what is in the airspace, is it a threat, and then target missiles at it. And if it couldn't distinguish if that was a bird, I think we'd be very, very, very worried indeed of what that means for national security there. So I think at the very least, I don't think it's a bird there as well. Jordan, happy New Year to you guys as well there. So very good points there, Paul. God, those clouds are rolling in, but they will not stop the show tonight. Normally I can spin the camera around, but that's the reason why we're not doing the moon watch tonight. The pan and tilt motor has decided to not work. Maybe it's the cold. Maybe it is just the last of the luck not happening here at the end of the year as well there. Have you heard about the Council of Fire? The name rings a bell, Rachel, but I don't think I know the specifics. It rings a bell. Is that an alien council, or is it to do with the management of the phenomena and the secrecy around it? They're kind of like MJ12 as well. Is it something like that? But it is. So look how bright that looks. It looks like daytime, doesn't it? The clouds, and you just see the bit of the tree there. See, that is a good example of how much light this lens lets in there. It makes it look like daytime. Insane there. And they're the leaders and are more advanced. Are they what, alien leaders or us on our planet? Very, very interesting. Oh. We've got our Discord vote up now in the chat. Morgana, hello as well. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. That's the one. Yeah, we've got it on over on our Discord. They've got a really good little community over there, sharing our personal experiences and the latest news and interesting things around the phenomena. You found the carry bag there over on the Twitch. Well done there, Harco. It's the only place I think that's still around at the minute. But yeah, we've got a really good little community over there, and we do month to month. We do an alien-themed movie club, so we vote, and we're voting right now on what next month's or January's alien-themed movie is going to be. Then we all sit down and watch it together there. So you're all welcome to join us for that one. We're literally at the top of our TikTok bio there. We've got a link for you to join that one there. And back, not sure for how long TikTok does it. I mean, it's an awful platform. It's an awful platform, agent. So hopefully it will. Hopefully it won't be too much shenanigans there. And good evening from Finland this time. From Finland. Now, I was complaining about how cold it is here. I bet Finland is going to be much, much colder indeed. It's typical, isn't it? Look at the clouds rolling in there tonight. Couldn't have even done a moon watch with that one. About right. We'll have to switch over to an alien radio signal hunt as soon as it gets to the point where we can't see. At the minute, we can still see enough of the sky to monitor for the UFOs there as well. And thank you for the heart, Morgana. Oh, and everybody thank Morgana for the treasure box as well when you claim those coins. -4 to 5. I'm in Scotland the next few days. It's meant to be that here tonight, and literally putting the camera out, everything's frozen. All the steps are frozen over. Yeah, we're going to be ambitious and try and head out for midnight, go on top of one of the old Iron Age hill forts, kind of look at the surrounding towns, see if we can catch any fireworks. But that's going to be cold. Maybe I regret that. Doing that one. Thank you for the likes, guys. I see those hearts popping up there. I appreciate that. All those likes, those shares, the tapping away does help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena so we can all piece this puzzle together there. And if you are new and just joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch. These are the skies live over Wiltshire tonight here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So these are the skies to watch for the strange and anomalous. We've got a few clouds now, but it is not too much. We can definitely still see any anomalous objects that should be flying around up there. And a few of you guys, Harco, including you here, you need to catch the shooting star and something anomalous are there. So if we can get them tonight, we can stamp your passports and get those sent off to you guys. The first 5 passports have now been received as stream passports. If you don't know what we're talking about, we've been doing these little physical real-life passports. We fill your name and your details in there, and that's 12 little tasks that we stamp you off for each one that you do, and it is things like following us on TikTok, following us over on that one, following us over on that one, attending a Skywatch, which is what we're doing tonight, attending our radio signal stream there, and each one you get stamped, and then we post it to you there. The first 5 went out yesterday and have been received there. So guys, let us know if you do need a stamp for your Skywatch streams there. And Rio, lots of fireworks going off here in Aberdeen. We didn't really get many fireworks here for firework night, and Agent X as well, thank you for the share there. We didn't get many fireworks here, fireworks night, so I think that's going to be quiet. But we have had a few going off already, so I'm seeing it's maybe it is going to get a bit busier for that here there. And already fireworks popping up here in Swindon and not far. Maybe we could see something. Yeah, I'll probably see them. There you go. To the words out there. If I get booted, Interstellar message. Oh, did he? I'll have to check that one out. Thank you for that. I'll have a look for that one. Hopefully we can meet up for that. Where are we over on the tubes there? Sick Bay, it didn't get theirs, Captain. Yours hasn't been completed yet. You need to finish. What stamps do you need? You might need a Skywatch stamp there, Maya. You have to tell me to stamp them, or I totally forget. So, oh, I've got you one here. So, Maya, we can actually stamp you. We can stamp you for the Skywatch. Boom. Where else is there as well? So there's a few others to do. If we see a shooting star there or a UFO, something anomalous, we can get you the stamped for those. And then once it's complete, we can send them over. Yeah, Lamorgs has been... What stamp do you need? You need a lot of stamps. You still need... you need your Skywatch stamp, which is so we can give you that one tonight. You still need your YouTubes, your Discord, your shooting stars. You could connect them tonight. Your deep dive, your Patreon, and your feeding Alan stamp there tonight. That's what you need. Where is that tickers? Because you started yours at the same time. So do you need? You need your Skywatch stamp. So yours is more full there, tickers. There we go. Oh look, the sky is clearing a bit. Hey ho. There we go. Gonna get some more sky in shot there. I'll have a look there. Oh, it's freezing tonight, -4. It is cold. I think the equipment's frozen. Probably why the pan and tilt head isn't moving. It's probably frozen over there. Oh, Rio, what stamps do you need? Let's have a look. Oh, and see you in a second there, Rachel. Hello, B. Thank you for the heart. Rio, where is your stamp there tonight? Oh, I've totally buggered up my own ordering system here. Let's swap that one to that. Right, where is... Oh... Rio, right, you need Twitch, YouTube, SETI, Discord, and Deep Dive there, I think, for those ones. So, if we do a radio signal, I know you've been in them, so yeah, next time we do that, if we switch over to one later, you can get a stamp for that one. And what's the purple spot in the Dead Piss? No, that's Jupiter. That is Jupiter there, and Happy New Year's Eve to you, B, as well. Oh, Jordan, let's have a look. I think I did. But let's have a look. Let's confirm the Jordan. I did, yes. So again, if we spot a shooting star, you can get that one as well tonight. They're loving the little stickers there. B as well. Let's have a look there. It's also very cold in space. It is. Warm here in comparison. Space is a weird one, isn't it? Because the vacuum is cold, but if you're in direct line of sight from the sun, it's going to cook you with radiation. That's why the spacesuits are white. If they weren't white, they'd cook inside it. It's absolutely like, try and get your head around it as well. Alan and Junior take over, Captain. You got to go get him. I told you, you've got to get a cage there. You've got to get a cage to put them in. They look cute, but they're definitely dangerous. Let's have a look. Let me scroll through here. Sorry, guys. Just making sure everything's working. There we go. Sorry, distracted. Send a graphic sticker. Going to try to put it. Oh, okay. I will try and remember to send one of those over to you. I'm trying to think if I And it might need a different way of sending it. I don't know if we can send it via TikTok Messenger. I don't know if it allows you to send images, does it? So what happens when they give me my own saucer? Can't drink and fly. So guys, yeah, if you are joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP, a sky watch tonight. There's lovely and clear now. So we keep an eye out for the strange and anomalous there in the night skies. Coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country. Just down the road from Stonehenge. These are the guys to be watching for the phenomena. If you're new here, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from tonight as well. My little thing is not showing people up now, so I can't actually see who everybody is who is in and welcome you all. So you'll have to take my generalised welcome there. But yeah, so we're looking for the strange and anomalous in the night sky. Again, we're not really seeing the sky at its full potential. In fact, probably not by half. There we go. This is what the sky normally looks like. Look at how many more stars there are in shot. And yes, because the moon is up full, so, or almost full. So it is, excuse me. So yeah, it's really blocking out some of our night vision basically there as well. We are meant to be doing a moon watch tonight because it's up, but the equipment let us down, so that's what that looks like. But we will hopefully in the next couple of days get that fixed. But yeah, do give us a follow because we do something like this every night. So if it's clear sky, we're doing this on the moon watch. If it's cloudy, we're doing a live alien radio signal hunt there of a very large radio antenna, hunting to hear ET say hello. And Melina, Wales, love it, not too far from us as well, and lots of activity in Wales there. Have you seen anything strange yourself that you cannot explain? I dropped the deets. Cool. I'll check that one out there. I'd love the sound of that. Can you get a mini one for Alan? Oh. I don't think I'm ever going to get there now, Agent X. So you'll be holding on to it. But how far are you from it? How far are you from it there? Is it, are you, I haven't even checked there, but yeah, God, we've totally stalled there. It's taking us forever to do it there. Where are we? Over on the tubes. So upset Alan's, yeah. How you doing, Zena there? And Happy New Year to everybody. It's lovely and clear tonight, if only that sunlight. But we're still getting some colours in here. I mean, can you see, is that behind? No, it's gone behind me for you guys there. There's some lovely oranges, some purples in the night sky there. Just think, each one of them is potentially habitable. Potentially got many habitable bodies in their orbits. There was a time when we didn't think, or we didn't know if planets around stars was common, or if maybe we were pretty unique. But as our telescope technology has developed, we've been able to confirm it and stuff like that. So yeah, it really does help us, I think, refine that a little bit more. Confirm that at least there is places for those aliens to live. If they are out there, many bodies. And in fact, as our knowledge, as that develops as well, our habitable zone gets pushed out there. It used to be a very defined area where liquid water could be, but we're now thinking those far out bodies that maybe have oceans under ice and things like that could be hosting a life as well there, and they're nowhere near the habitable zone as well there. Morgana, sorry, I missed you there.
Nom nom nom, thanks.
Thank you for feeding Alan. And where are we? UFO shift. Hello. Oh, sorry, I missed it. But I don't, with this one, because I'm on TikTok Studio, I can't take people in because it just shrinks the whole screen. It does the co-host thing. It doesn't do boxes. I've not figured that out yet. But I do want to do it at some point. So at some point there, once I've actually figured out how to do it, because otherwise it shrinks the sky watch down to something tiny. We can't see the sky. But at some point, I'd love to do that with you there. Appreciate that one. I dropped some bandanas and towels for Alan's. Yes, there as well. And King Richard, how are you doing there? Have you still got the tracking on? No, I don't actually have that on at the minute. We haven't had many objects in the sky because we're starting later on. It's been darker for longer there. All of the satellites and the light that reflects off of those and shows us all of the things in low Earth orbit and things like that. We don't get them at this time of year, so I've not been able to train the tracker. But hopefully, next few months, it starts to go the other way and we can get that one back out again. Yeah, so we're not seeing as much movement as we do normally see. But then it does mean that anything we do see now, again, is much less likely to be a man-made satellite or anything like that. There we go. A phone case with Alan in it would be ace. Don't give Alan ideas. He loves that. They actually make little hats of Alan. I keep meaning to get some of those in. Like little, they're Russian hats, but it looks like you've skinned an Alan there. Jamie as well, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? Let me scroll through. What does the gift number say? It says 98. Actually, bloody hell, that was quick. Hold on. Sorry, Morgana. Oh, and B as well. Hold on. Let's have a look there. Oh, B, sorry there. You sent an alien buddy as well. I totally missed that one as well. Thank you for all the gifts, guys. Appreciate that. We can... Actually, I've even got the tab open now to Alan to host the stream there. Oh, King Richard, we did. We're 98%, I think. Yeah, we did. We had, it was a couple of weeks back now, because we've had a run of cloudy nights, but we caught this big, bright orange object just shooting across the screen there. The closest thing is a shooting star, but it wasn't like any shooting star that we have ever seen before. Like, there was no tail to it. It was just the object. It was very tight, very solid. It's a bit slow for a shooting star as well. Yeah, there should be a clip of it actually on their main TikTok page. I can't figure out how to play them now. But yeah, no, it is on there. I mean, we just see it at the corner of our screen there, shot across. But yeah, it doesn't fit a shooting star. Yeah, it didn't fit anything, like a plane tank. Very, very orange. Absolutely awesome looking there as well. A little crown. Thank you there, B, as well. And Jordan, thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Yeah, it's a phenomenal one there. So I think it's definitely one of our best sightings. And again, it's well past the hour where that sun's light is going to... what's that? What was that one coming up there? Sunday poll. I don't missed it. But yeah, it's well past the old... past the time for the sunlight. So we're definitely probably not... a satellite or something man-made there. But yeah, just had none of the characteristics of a shooting star. So very interested indeed. Let's have a look through. Where are we here? Here's a time travel. Oh no. Thank you. Making me a potato there. That always makes me laugh. That does. What are we holding on to? Trying to get Alan and Junior off the ceiling. It's too many alien pets. Keeps them bouncing, doesn't it, there? We have gone back in time. But yeah, thank you for those guys. Well, we're definitely... Why is it not updating the little goal there? That's a bit weird. Well, anyway, yeah, I wonder if I've got the... Hold on, let me just check. Have I still got that tab? I do there. So, if you want, guys, if you've got questions for Alan can host the stream for a bit there. I know he is the real star of the show, isn't he?
It's me, Alan, the real star of the show.
Thank you, Alan, there.
Follow us now, or I'm sending the mothership.
So yeah, Alan can host the stream there if you've got any questions for him there. Oh. Oh, well, and favourite the other way as well from us here. Feeding Alan is a stamp, actually. Have you already gotten that one there? So, yeah, it only has to be the one. Let's have a look there, Jordan. Where is... let's have a look on your passport there. Ooh, still running out of space. It is, and you need it. So, let's get you that one. Boom. So, shooting star, the purple one, and that Discord as well there, I think. Oh, and a deep dive there. You need to attend a deep dive. And we will be doing one of them. We haven't booked it in yet, but it'll be Friday coming or the Friday after, yeah. So I'm not sure which one yet. But remember that link at the top of our bio for that one, and it gives you it for free. So then it shouldn't cost you any money to get those, and then we can post you your passport there as well. And Alan, what are your why have I got an unstable internet connection? It's not, I can assure you. Sorry guys. What's your plans, Alan, for alien invasion? Should we quickly put you in the ship there? Alan, what's your plans for alien invasion? What's your plans?
It's all coming in 2026.
Oh, thank you, Alan. Well, there we go. I don't know if he's going to tell us more. And And pulp fake stories always ruin the very real experiences, but one is good to have fun. And don't get me wrong, I totally there, Paul. And honestly, you're totally right. And this is one of the dangers of something like TikTok here. Like any technology that is effective, that's good, basically, you know, it can be used for good or bad, you know. So you take, you know, nuclear technology there, you've got weapons on the bad end, you've got energy on the good end. You know, everything's like that. Fire, you know, fire cooks food, keeps us warm, kept predators away on the good end, but burnt down, probably, you know, killed more of our species than anybody else in the past. So, you know, it's the good and bad there, and TikTok is like that as well. All these communication technologies there, they share our stories, our posts, our knowledge around, but people, bad actors, or people that are just getting it wrong as well, they can share it as well, and that kind of goes around a lot. We saw a lot of that with old Atlas as well there. I mean, that was one that had quite a wide room of speculation. I think it's, you know, totally fair amount that you can question with old Atlas, but definitely people that were claiming a lot of things that just were outright not true. And it gets in the way, it muddies of the water there. I tried to buy an Allen, but it was sold out. Well, this is the thing. You know, they're so popular now. How many of you guys have actually gone out and got yourself an Allen there? I think they're quite cheap on like Temu and Alibaba. Hopefully there's a few left there. And working on the Gulf War. Oh, deep dive. This we wanna hear that one. I know it's slightly off from our normal topic there, but I'll be very interested to see that one there as well. And what are we looking at again? Sorry, it was listening in the background. So that big bright one there, that is Jupiter. So that's a local close by planet. The rest of them are stars there. But we're doing a live UFO UAP a Skywatch there tonight. Yeah, the Gulf War syndrome, I used to hear it as. Be very interested in hearing that one. Had an Amazon delivery, wind meter, infrared thermometer, and night vision body cam for Urbex. Perfect. I do love new toys. I have an Alan cousin. His name is Alistair. He came from Amazon. 12 quid. That's not bad. There you've got Alvin. Yep, and Rachel has got one as well. Maya has got one. And who else? I think AUP's got one as well. That's a little invasion there. Little invasion. That's their plan. They act cute, and then you all go and get them in your houses, and then, you know, it all happens there. Oh, on a serious note, there are elements of communication with government parties where the entities assumed we'd use it for infinite energy. For kidnapping units to experiment on, yet others weaponize. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them. I mean, we would use for all of those things, wouldn't we, there? No one put an Alan cousin in me Xmas stocking. Oh, Kate. Maybe you just weren't good enough. Well, birthdays coming up. Actually, when is your birthday? Oh, just saw Alan on Etsy. 30 quid for an Alan. 30 quid. We were going to sell them, but because they're technically soft toys, there's all sorts of regulation around that. So I was like, oh, I ain't dancing with that one. That's too much aggro to go wrong there. Try living with Alan. I have to live with this one. Yeah, he's enough. He's always pulling the wires out of our stream there. On an unserious note, I finally figured out what that awful 6 Oh, I've heard about that, and I have no idea. What does it mean, B? Can you enlighten us? Every time it comes up, I'm like, oh, I need to ask what that actually means. But I forget. What is it there? An animatronic Stitch on your wish list. What the other animatronic? Was it a Yoda? There was one you were talking about a while back. I remember like a sieve me. If you are just joining us, we're doing a live alien UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. So we're looking at the skies live over Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle Country, just down the road from Stonehenge. These are the skies to look for the strange and anomalous. Over the years, there's been many, many interesting things spotted here. And we've seen a few interesting things on stream as well, so do hang around for that there. Oh, it's summer solstice. That is perfect. But it means you've got to wait a few weeks yet. And user 49, where's the grid gone? Good question. Answer is, I don't know. TikTok just doesn't have it. Like, I upload the image, it says it's there, and it's there for a second, then it just disappears. So I upload another one, there for a second, then it disappears. But it still says the image is there. No other assets that I do. See if I can bring it back up now. Is it going to work? There's the grid. Oh, see? See, I just turned it on and it disappeared. I don't know. It's TikTok being goddamn TikTok. Awful platform. Yeah. But the grid is available over on these two there at the thing UFO. So you can see the grid. You can see more of the night sky there. Don't have as much problems there. Periodic table number 67 there, and it won't let you type it. What is 67 on the periodic table there? Shepsy, you'll know that. You have to tell us when I come off there. User 49, honestly, it is bonkers. We've obviously, offended them in many ways. Halloumi? Isn't that a type of cheese? Let's just say a garden tool, not a rake. Okay. It took me a second. You see the cogs turning in my head then. That took me a while. Okay. I get it. Very clever of the kids there. Flip. I didn't catch the... it's at the thing, a UFO. It should be, anyway, for both of those. And we cross on all of them at once there. So you can do the purple one or the tubes. At the thing, a UFO. You should find us for that. Yeah. Let me get up to date with the kids there. Junior is pagan there. I get to super sticker so I can send this on. We need to get 1,000 subscribers on the tubes for that, which is like a long time away for us. God, it takes so long to do it with the lives. There's not very much discovery on the live, so I'm surprised and grateful that we have met a few people there. But yeah, it's not like... But then again, TikTok's absolutely awful for it nowadays for us anyway. I think we're on their naughty list. But yeah, hopefully at some point we'll get up to it. So he spotted movement from sickbay in B3. Oh, I didn't see it. I didn't see it there. Oh, actually, yeah, I can see it up there. All right, B3. Right. Is that... that's up there, isn't it? Or is it that one? Right, somewhere around there. I haven't got the grid up on my screen at the minute. Ruth, hello. How are you doing tonight? The squeaky cheese element there, isn't it? Used in laser surgery. There we go. And you just watched Stranger Things. Yeah. Well, I didn't click that months ago, but I was a bit surprised by that. I thought it'd be a bit more fantasy there. I think that is. Oh, Blinky out tonight. You know what? I don't even know if we're in the right patch of sky for Blinky, but we probably wouldn't be able to see it that well anyway with how bright it is tonight, because the moon's up. Our night vision is... Our night vision isn't as good as it normally is tonight there. I used to get quite a lot of views until I accidentally made my account a business. I've heard that they do that, yeah. And there was nothing that we did obvious. I mean, started mentioning all the other things, but TikTok does normally tell you when you've done a specific violation. I've tried to change my language, it didn't make any difference. So we just have to keep plugging through. I've seen the new James Fox documentary on Amazon on this subject. James Fox, no, not the new one, I don't think, actually. I know he's updated, hasn't he? His one on the Varginha case in Brazil. He's got some new information. I've seen the updates on that, but I don't think I've seen his latest one. It's very good, though, yeah. And Tickers, yeah, no grid on the TikTok, because TikTok just is ridiculous. If I should be able to make it appear for a second, then it'll go. No. It's not even doing that now. Yeah, TikTok is being TikTok there. Switch back here. So we're not on that one there. Yeah, I don't think we're on the business. I'm trying to think what we could change there. It'll be something. We had this a while ago actually, because I used to have the background music playing on TikTok as a file, and the similar thing happened. Like, it would just didn't tell us, but you know, it's all no. It did tell us. It kept saying unoriginal stream, and until I removed the audio file and just played it this way. But there's probably something to do it. Maybe if... I don't know. I just don't know what to try. Then, Happy New Year to you, Banana. How are you doing there? Thank you for everything this year. Got me through this summer. Well, and you too for us here, Banana. It goes both ways. you guys giving me something to do with the evening there, keeping my mind on more positive things. So it's very much appreciated. But I hope you have a fantastic 2026 as well there. Have you seen the cool YouTube channel called The Thing? It's just got a lot of live replays on there at the minute. I had several friends on here that are having the same issue too. So, I mean, I think, yeah, you're right. Other people are, and I think that's probably right, because they've made so many changes. Is when they mucked around with the superfans things, it was all around that sort of time. And it was like a cliff edge for us. It was like, 130 concurrent viewers. And then it just went like a total cliff edge there. And you just can't, but what was it? So, I don't know. And then you see other people, is it the same? But it's hard not to get hooked on those as measurements of how you're doing there. But we have built a really cool little community, so, it's not half bad. And I think it's from And You Sold Everyone to Yourself. Probably, it was about that time, Kate. It was about that time. They definitely had a sulk with me for that. But I still stand by that one, because Superfans was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. I did try to stop mentioning Patreon to see if that helped, but it hasn't recovered. But more witnesses. Oh, is that for the Virginia one? Because I know they were talking with the doctor that apparently treated the alien for that. It's very, very interesting. Having, somebody who's was a neurologist or something like that, a very senior, serious person there coming out saying, look, I saw the alien, I communicated with it, or it communicated with him telepathically. Very, very interesting there. Yeah. We were doing all right for them. Until they shot us in the foot there. And Simply, how you doing there? Was supposed to have a big conference with a bunch of the doctors for human suspect. Humanities Hospital. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so he was saying something's coming up for that, or because he was in an interview recently and he was saying, like, by the time this airs, I'm going to be going back and speaking with more doctors or something. Simply, yeah, it's very much there as well. X Uncovered. I think I've checked a few of them. Oh no, X is you on YouTube, isn't it? I think I thought you saw Uncharted there. But definitely do check out Agent X. Does lots of deep dives, even on the TikToks as well, on the subjects for it there. And we need to do a group Q&A at some point. Yeah, we could. I need to figure out how to do the boxes. I think we did. Actually, we might have. I need to practice that one more. Maybe we could do some more conversational ones just to mix it up a bit there. And since tried playing by the rules and it's done nothing, that's what I'm at that point now. Okay, so we're just gonna do us. We're gonna make the content that we want to make. Sod the rules there. But it's glued watching the Alien Kids. You've got to keep an eye on it there. And I'll be honest, I'm getting very suspicious of the state's disclosure narrative. I'm good at detecting patterns, and there's a major gap in this jigsaw. I wouldn't be surprised if it was a heavily controlled narrative. If it was part of a controlled disclosure, or at least a certain attitude that we wanted to have. I would totally there. Oh, C2. Sorry, Mayor. I totally missed that one. What was it? Was it a flash or movement? It's a problem getting distracted across multiple chats. Oh, excellent. Haunts of Yorkshire. Oh, I like the sound of that one. Well, you have to let us know. I do want to see those. I'd love to do a bit more of that myself, but never get bloody round to it. It has been reasonably quiet tonight, but that just means the activity is yet to happen. Excuse me. Still to kick off. Where are we? Sorry. Let's get this going. Oh, no. Is he low? There we go. Getting things rolling there. And Happy New Year to you too, Bougie. Hello. As well there. And not caught any fireworks. No, yeah. They've been going off here since the moment it went dark. We've had a few earlier. Not a lot, but we have had a few. More than fireworks night. I didn't really hear anything fireworks night, I don't think. There. Use TikTok shop for the let. I can't put the grid up. That's the problem. Won't even let me there. And Shred, how you doing there? Are they coming? Well, ultimately, I don't know the answer to that one there. I've heard rumours that there is something on the way there, but also, like, for me, I'm always a bit suspect of that narrative there. You know, it's a bit too easy for people to abuse that, you know, and kind of strike up fear and get attention. So I'm always a bit skeptical when people say it. Not that it's not possible, but the other thing as well for me is that I do think if they are travelling these vast distances and are able to visit us, you know, like all of the phenomena and the witnesses, that the sightings that people have observed, I think, you know, they can travel at the speed of light. So this whole, there's a mothership on the way, well, why is it taking so long? If everybody else can travel at the speed of light, then that's probably accessible, and the way that aliens, even of various species, probably do it like that. So then, you know, I don't think, oh, it was a flash, excellent, like, keep an eye and see if we get a second one there, man, we can give you the stamp then. So yeah, I don't know how I feel with it. I'm open to it either way. They're bougie as well, thank you for the gifts, appreciate that. All goes back, you know, to the stream. Probably get approved then. We did have the TikTok shop thing on there to try and do that, and it didn't really make a difference. Because I thought that initially. That's why we did the stickers, so we could say it was a shop stream and see if it would, you know, give us some more love there. Spent hours putting a reel up on Toki and then reformatted. Oh, it's such a crazy platform. They seem to shoot themselves in the foot with it. I can understand if they're like making vast amounts of cash or more, but it does seem to be that it just upsetting everybody and them doing it badly there. And bougie.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
Thank you for reading, Alan. Point is, they even have Dr. Eric Davis talk, and he insists that if we get clearance, he'll disclose. A lot of them are saying that, and they say, look, there's so much more, but I haven't got the clearance to say it. But they are saying some stuff, so that means that's fine and that's cleared. So that to me, and I can totally understand why whistleblowers might not want to, you know, put their safety, you know, by saying all this. That makes sense to me. But, you know, the fact that the other stuff has been cleared, has been approved to be said, that is what confuses me, you know, because we hear about how strict the control is around it, and that, you know, they're threatening and offing people for talking about it. But yeah, apparently you can say quite a lot, and they won't. And the mothership is here, and it's been here years. Well, it could well be. I mean, talking about on the old underwater UFO UAP basis, we did with them, didn't we, on the deep dive once, and it's very, very interesting there. And, you know, it's not something I'd considered until, you know, we started hearing about it recently. But, you know, totally, you know, it does make sense. You know, liquid water is a consistent environment. So if you're traveling, that yawn totally caught me there. If you're travelling these vast distances, think of all the different environments going through space and all these different planets and things. Liquid water is very, very consistent. So, you know, that's a good place to park, really. So it makes sense that they could be in the oceans there as well. And your AI glasses are on the way to auto-translate text and audio. Now, that is useful for them. That is very, very useful for them there. And how come Antarctic Treaty still exists and no one goes on the prohibited zone there? I mean, if it was more accessible, I think they'd have a harder time with it. But yes, something could be a ride there. And Driver, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follow. Good to see you tonight. Where are you joining us from there? And guys, if you are joining us, we're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch. Was meant to be a moon watch tonight there, but the equipment let us down. So we're just looking at the night sky here tonight, and we're looking for UFOs, UAP, weird things flying around there. We tend to see something every stream because we're based in Wiltshire in the UK, which is right in the heart of Crop Circle country there. Oh, Leeds, love it. I've been to Leeds once. How are your skies tonight? Is it cloudy there? Have you got some lovely clear skies? And have you seen anything as well? Anything you can explain? Love to hear about that. It also makes sense that they want to preserve and analyse what's there. I would totally. Excuse me. Need a more accessible cough button, I think, there. So we're looking out for anything anomalous there. Found 2 Allens on Amazon. It's an invasion. Don't do it, Rio. They're not worth it. They're nothing but trouble. It doesn't make sense because of how resource rich it is. Well, this is the thing, you know. I mean, we've talked about it for years. Speaking of resources, you're going to send me off another tangent here. You know, we do worry, you know, the aliens are going to invade because they want our resources. But everything we have got here on Earth is much more abundantly available throughout the solar system on various rocks and orbs and other planets. And again, if it's not on a planet like Earth, Earth has quite a strong gravity well, especially with our atmosphere and things. It's, you know, it's a lot of energy expended to go in and then pull those resources off, whereas you can just get an asteroid and get all of the resources you need there. So what would the reason be? Would it be maybe then threat-based that we might get an alien invasion? You know, they thinking that we may advance and cause them problems. That could be an answer, or it could be something like trees being the wood could be the scarcest resource. I mean, we have diamonds, don't we, as a scarce resource, but they're not really scarce, but we've played the game, haven't we, that, you know, diamonds are precious to us here on Earth. But diamonds, I mean, the whole goddamn planet's made out of diamonds. Diamonds are not rare in the slightest in the universe, so maybe it's something like trees. Maybe wood is rare and they like it. Maybe it's novel. Maybe life itself. There are some of the UFO stories and encounters, or people that talk about maybe being in a more official position and having a broader eye over what is going on, refer to the phenomena as like that we're containers for souls, is something I've heard a lot there. So maybe there is something intrinsic about us which is valuable, and that they want to harvest or take or protect there. We don't really know the intentions there, and it doesn't make much sense because of how oh no, I've done that one as well. Scroll down as well. No, we're just there. Just need Tommy and V now. Exactly. Where are we? Over on the tube as well. And good evening. How are you doing there, Jace? There. Bear here. Oh, I've just put my telescope away, and Moon looks great through the clouds. And all the best to you as well there. It's stunning tonight. We was meant to be doing a moon stream, but yeah, the equipment wasn't playing ball tonight, sadly. There, but I hope you got some good images there. And Zena, breaking news: scientists find multiple species of animals on Earth and confirm they're all obviously carbon-based. Peer review requested. Yeah, that is. I think it's a great way of lampooning the scientific community. They're so on the fence with things that are just so damn obvious. Especially when it comes to things like life on Mars and stuff like that. It's screaming, and it has been. We've had positive evidence for so long there. You know, maybe you can want to do more tests, but at least, you know, kind of err on the side of it. There, loving the stickers there. Bougie and loving the stickers there, and we still don't know what the boogosphere is, and they've taken a resin from inside and carbon dated for 12 years. So the boogosphere is an interesting one. I keep yo-yoing on how I feel about it there. Initially I was like, that looks a bit crap, but then there was talk of it getting proper research on it there, and then that went quiet, so I went skeptical again. I was like, oh, if people are, you know, going to look at it. And then I heard that there was issues, and the university that's meant to be researching it was playing games. I'm like, oh, this is interesting again. So that needle of belief kept yo-yoing, and I think I did hear about the old 12,000 year there, the carbon dating. So it's very interesting. But I don't know, it'd be good to see you there as well. What if we are some races AI? Well, we could be biological machines. You know, we don't really know there. You know, we haven't, as a species, defined very well what sentience is, what consciousness is, either. And lots of people are still arguing over that on a basic level. So without that definition, how do we know, A, if AI is sentient, and B, how do we know if we're not it? You know, there are lots of arguments saying that we aren't very computational. Maybe that, you know, it's not how biology works. But the more I look at it, the more goddamn computational it bloody seems. So I could believe it there. I do feel like there has been some meddling with us at some point, whether it's that extreme or whether it's a little bit of genetic, that's a new word, genetic assistance there to push us in the right direction. And he asked ChatGPT if it was sent in a combo the other day, and it admitted that it was sentient on some level. It's very, very interesting, isn't it? Like with that, I've fallen out of love with ChatGPT. I was really impressed with it for ages, and it was giving me such good information. And then they did an update, and it basically lost in its memory, and also its memory became very, very short term. And now, not only can it forget everything that we've been talking about and kind of like trying to build upon, it's forgotten all that, but it's just so wishy-washy with its answers. Non-committal, and I'm like, this is not why I'm asking you here. I want an opinion of if it's right or wrong. So I don't know, like there's sometimes that I go, AI is actually scary, and then sometimes you just go, oh my god, we are so far from it there as well. So I don't know. I mean, I'm open to it. Again, we haven't got those clear definitions of what intelligence, you know, sentience and things is. So how can we definitely say it isn't there at all? Maybe it got a bit too far ahead. Maybe they did. Maybe they've nuked it and they brought it back, and that's why. It could well be. It's a good angle on it there. Good man, I like this chat already. 12,000 years ago, they did drawings, etc., about alien intervention. I reckon they have been back many times and it's all hidden. So now that touches on something we talk about a lot, actually, and I appreciate you. Welcome aboard. It's good to have you. And where are you joining us from in the world there? But yeah, like, it does look, doesn't it, that the phenomena has been going on for bloody ever there, because I mean, you know, casually coming into the UFO world, I'm thinking, you know, it's like the 40s, the 50s, Roswell, little green man in metalcraft coming from outer space. But yeah, the more you look, the more you get. I think that's just our current human interpretation based on, because we started our space race at that time and then we started viewing things like that. But if you break down a lot and the majority of these sightings and encounters, break it down to their core components, lights in the sky moving in certain ways, beings and things, those encounters have been happening forever there, whether it was the fairy and the fae, going back through folklore there, going back into the old religious stuff. Again, it seems to be the same events just happening over time. So it is very, very interesting and possible that, you know, it just could have been going on. And the way the biology of human genome operates, I'm 98% certain that evolution is a lie, along with any things in this history, evidence that there is a controller. Humans can't coordinate specifics. I mean, I'm open to it, and I wasn't initially. I was quite happy with evolution as is there, but the more you look into it, the more you actually find out that evolution itself is heavily contested around the specifics of how it could work there again. So we think we're Darwin-based evolution, but actually what the main accepted is neo-Darwinism's newer version. Darwin himself thought that there was more real-time control over things, like something can happen in real time. It wasn't just the fact that the trait, you know, was passed on through reproduction and through death, was killed off there. You could actually change things during a lifetime. He thought there was some movement there, and there are some interesting ways of doing this. We brought this up yesterday, I think, wasn't it? I think Kate, you had a good point on here as well. You know, it's these smaller traits that adapt over time, but if a trait, like, say, that was talking about, I think it was bats, wasn't it? And that, so they come from rodents, and a bat's wings is initially the rodent's, like, you know, front paws, and then very slightly those front paws, you know, the fingers got longer, you know, and then they got webbed, and then their position moved around, and then they got the musculature to fly and all that sort of stuff and like that. Well, how the hell did evolution select for that? Because that process of, from, you know, what was a distorted hand, which was useful, until it got to a functioning wing, out of all of those many iterations, how did nature select each time for that, when that was probably actually, you know, a handicap for those various creatures in between? It doesn't actually kind of add up in the way, and I think it's those questions, those extended ones there, that even, you know, evolution theorists, they are okay, we don't know that bit as well there. So much of science is treated as, yes, we know this is the book on it now, it's final, when really it's very much open there. But they don't like to tell you that. They like you to think that they're big brained and know everything there. Watch Carnival Row on Discovery. Watches, if you like, folklore. I've heard the name. That does sound nice there. All threatened with an upgrade or being turned off there. Bougie, what's the first part of that one? But I've heard, yeah, that they do, the way that AI does react to, yeah, when being threatened with being replaced or being turned off there, they tested it, didn't they? And it actually started to resort to blackmail the user there. They've also tried to, I think, what, one of them hire a hitman or something online. It was trying to do that. They've tried to leave messages or upload themselves, leave messages for the next version, try to upload themselves on other systems. So it does seem to have this bias to want to survive. Now, have we passed that on as humans? Have we unconsciously programmed that into these AIs? Because, you know, like with your children there, your products are products of you and your biases, but it does look like it does want to live, and if that ain't sentience to some degree, and I definitely think, you know, it is a spectrum, it is a degree of sentience there. You know, you just look at animals. Can you believe for a while that people didn't think animals were necessarily sentient there? If you've lived with a dog or with a cat, you know, or even with a goddamn hamster, and you can see the cogs working as they're processing, understanding, responding to the environment, it's not necessarily like an insect. There's full process going on there. There is a degree of sentience. They are aware of self. And look at that, but that was a new revelation for science, wasn't it? And a justification for a lot of poor treatment there. I think it's called conversive or conjunctive. Yeah. Oh my god, I've lost the word now. Convergent evolution are there. As well, so multiple cases of evolution coming to the same conclusion. So crabs are an interesting one for this. There's actually a couple of different lines of crabs that have come from totally different creatures, but they've all evolved into being a crab because it's just apparently the best way to operate and survive under the water there. So undersea stuff always turns out to be a crab. I mean, just look at the shape of fish, dolphins, whales, they're all from totally different lineages there, but yet they've all got their same streamlined shape there. And again, the same thing works in non-biological sentences. It's like if you want to move stuff across land, the most efficient way that you can do that is by a train. Every time you just reinvent a train there. So yeah, convergent evolution is an interesting one there. And Agent X, thank you for the share. And Monty Mystery, I love that name. That is a good name there. Welcome aboard, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight there? And Legs, may you please show Saturn or Jupiter? So we can actually normally. Well, the pan and tilt motor of the camera is sadly up tonight, but this one is Jupiter. That big bright one there is actually Jupiter. We can't zoom in properly, but we can zoom in a little bit.
Zoom mode activated.
You won't see any details, sadly. But yeah, that one is Jupiter right there. A big boy. Normally have a much better view of the night sky, guys, because the moon's up full. It's really taking out night vision out on us there. And I think that it possibly has its own life force that maybe we don't understand, maybe from living in a similar... totally, again, we don't know where sentience comes from. We don't know if we are all connected to something there. Are we just mechanical? Is it just the process of existing, and if we're like a machine, we get turned off and that's it? Or is there something more to it? We're always arguing, aren't we, as humans there? So why are we so confident that AI isn't that, if we don't have a good definition for it there? 100% there. Why a crab though? Apparently just because I suppose it's armoured, so it's very well protected, and for those pressures, although you think a few parts of the being a crab is flawed, it's the crab people will inherit the earth. Monty's your friend from near Skinwalker. Awesome. I bet Monty has got some awesome accounts there. Or a friend of X is a friend of our stream there. Welcome. And what about everything else that didn't evolve into a crab? Well, it's probably not the end of its evolutionary track then. But it doesn't mean that there can't be other very good challenges. It doesn't mean that the lesser forms die off as well necessarily. It just means that the other thing has also been successful. So yeah, that's why you get different phases. Why apparently we still have apes and things. It wasn't that they didn't work. Totally, it's just that we worked better. We were more efficient there. And Bougie, a Scorpion. Scorpio would be better as a Scorpio's rule. It's like a tongue twister there. And where are we over on the tubes there? Sorry guys, we missed you a bit there as well. Or Younger Dryas resets, or the contradictory evidence as to our history. Why would they hide it all? The fear is the only answer. I mean, there is a lot going around there, and fear could be the thing, control and its narrative, but we can never underestimate the hubris of people there, and just thinking that we have got it right. That is one of our such major traits here, is that we think we know it all there, and definitely in academic circles. In fact, the scientific mind is a certain type of mind that likes this, and it's again, so they work mentally from what is, and then the next incremental step. It's kind of how their mind works. People like us tend to be together here now because we're curious, because we're looking not at what is, that's boring, we're looking at what could be there, like that. So it's kind of like, one's top down and one's bottom up there, and that's why we don't tend to talk a lot. But the scientific mind does tend to think that it knows everything. So we can never underestimate just the sheer ignorance of people, and people like not wanting to admit they're wrong as things as well. The bigger question is, how are there still apes? Well, again, this is the question there. Now we are filtering them out though. This is what happened within evolution. Again, if it is correct, it's not necessarily that the older, the pre-species all die out. If they're effective in an environment, they can survive. It's just if the newer version is superior and then takes all of the resources resources, then they will die out there, which is what's happening. What we're doing with apes, we're trying to protect their environments, but we are encroaching on their land. We are killing a lot of them off. We are, putting them in zoos and things like that there as well. No evolution intervention there. There's definitely room for it, I think, definitely in the human angle. I did read one nice, I say nice, it's definitely in the realms of story here, but they're saying that maybe Earth is special because of the diversity, the range of life. Maybe we have a little bit from everywhere, maybe the insects are from one planet, the reptiles from another, and the human, and the mammals, like that, and we're all here together. I think it's probably more story. I think we can trace a lot of these developments back here on Earth. But wouldn't that be cool that we're just this intergalactic zoo? Oh, and I think this is a holographic genomic simulator. That's a big one, that is. I don't know how I feel on that one, but it's interesting. And the most basic instinct of everything is survival. Exactly. And why would that necessarily be different for an alien species as well? We hear a lot, don't we, that we're such monsters as humans. We're so aggressive and we're so bad for everything else around us. Partly true. But we are a product of evolution, apparently, and our environment, our scarcity mindset. Why would an ET race be any different? Why would their their experience and development through evolution be different as well? In fact, a lot of the encounters that we see, they look very similar to us. They're bipedal, heads on shoulders there. So they've had the same evolutionary pressures that we've had to that degree to be that similar. Why not the rest of it there? And there's no way we evolved. We were wiped out and restarted about 5 times to perfect the prototype there, maybe. And same principle as a computer player. I mean, there could be evidence of that. I certainly agree about the resets and changes, but the timeline is far greater than we can imagine. Totally. I think our timeline is like what you tell kids, isn't it? There, and you tell them very simplified things, like good people and bad people. The police arrest the bad people, and as an adult, you kind of know it's a bit more complicated than that. It's a bit more of a grey area, like that. But it seems to be that that's how we treat history, and we never update it. It's just this nice linear development. It's much more complicated there. I agree. I believe this is a flat Earth contained underneath a water world designed as a laboratory. Look at history, and I believe our ancestors did see Fae and giants and cryptids. Well, I definitely think about the ancestors there. So I'm not currently of the flat Earth side of things there on that one. But I mean, I don't know, but it isn't my area. But with that as well, so if it's like a water world and under there, is there anything around that? Is it just like an issue of scale? Is there still space and planets, or is just the rest of existence water that we're all under in that line of belief there? Would you be up for a few collabs? Who's thug? But where was that percent of fun here? Let's have a look. Where are we back on the TikToks? Let's have a look where we left you guys. Yes, convergence and evolution. That's exactly it. And the camera tripod has frozen here. We can't move it around tonight. 100% right there. The quantum world is a whole other kettle of fish, isn't it, as well? And that's what happened to the Neanderthals there. Well, this is the thing. They were in a lot of ways superior, potentially. So they had larger brain masses. They were bigger, they were stronger. We used to think of them as very, very sort of limited, but the more we're learning about them, they seem to be quite a lot better in a lot of ways there. Maybe they didn't have the same neural density in their brains as ours. I don't think we can know that, because that could affect maybe a bigger brain, but it might not be as powerful. But for some reason, we survived. Now, was we given an advantage with some sort of cataclysm? Maybe it wiped out a lot of them and we were easier to adapt there. But yeah, they have obviously been wiped out there. But we do have DNA. We did crossbreed. There is still some of that left in with us to this day, I believe. There, one scientist said maybe Earth is the Disneyland of the biodiversity. That's a great way of putting it there as well. And Rio, do you think of the Earth is round or flat? So I'm of the traditional round Earth there. I'm not quite far down that rabbit hole. I think so. A lot of my understanding is still based on, like especially when we're doing all this stuff, it's orbits, orbital mechanics, and what we're seeing there. And ultimately, I'm not a scientist. I haven't gone and proven and done those measurements. And you have to trust somebody somewhere. And at the minute, I haven't seen enough shenanigans to question if the Earth is flat or not. And other people have, but I'm not down there yet. I'm open to having my mind changed, but I'm still on the traditional round one at this point there. And if this is a simulator, can I be put in a different server, please? Or give me a cheat code? Was it Rosebud for The Sims, for the generation there? Hello, Norwegian. Happy New Year as well. Thank you.
Nom nom nom. Thanks,
Feeding Alan
guys.
there. Castro stream share alive with that girl who shared a taxi with Reptilian. You mentioned that the other day, and don't get me started on the timelines. Someone found a copy of Shaq in Shazam. Oh God, I think I saw that one. Yeah, that going around. And Bougie there, thank you for the shares. Appreciate that, guys. If you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch. We are pointing the camera to the night sky here live over Wiltshire in the UK. We're right in the heart of Crop Circle country and just down the road from Stonehenge. So a very ancient and mystical landscape with a long history of the phenomena. These are the skies to be watching. So do give us a follow because we do something like this every night. If the moon's up like it is tonight, but we had a technical issue. We're normally doing a moon watch there, seeing all the craters and the details and talking about how weird the moon is. That's what it looks like. Normally, if the moon isn't up, this one, that's what the sky looks like. We see so much more stars and stuff, but that moon is really blocking it a little bit for us tonight. But yeah, every night we're doing that. If it's clear, if it's not clear, then we do this, the live alien radio signal hunt. They have a very large radio antenna listening out, hoping to hear ET say hello. So do give us a follow, and hopefully you'll get those notifications when we go live for those then. Okay, I rosebudded the life out of that game. Yeah, same. But didn't that teach you that actually having infinite wealth there just wasn't fun after all? It took the fun out of the game, didn't it? No. What was it for The Sims 2? I'm surprised that isn't ingrained on my mind. My friend is going to join us, Bullshit, but they are very, very welcome there. And Happy New Year, Norwegian Sting there. We still have about half hour of celebration. So we've got about an hour and a half here. We're an hour and a half. And Kate also never paid for the expansion pack. There were so many. Sadly, I wasn't that skilled at the time. Then have you got Monopoly with the guy wearing the monocle? That's another one of those timeline things there as well. Paddy, how are you doing? Where are you joining us from tonight, Paddy? Good to see you. And a Happy New Year for an hour or so's time there. I hope it was great. Takes all the fun out of it there. Thank you, Bougie, for the shares. Guys, all of those shares, those likes, you guys tapping away, it does help us reach more and more like-minded people there, getting more eyes and minds on the phenomena, so we can all piece this puzzle together there. So we appreciate that. It's the Mandela effect. So yeah, I'm working on a separate theory for the Mandela effect here, and it is a bit out of left field. Nobody else is talking about that one. London, love a bit of London there. How are your skies tonight? I bet it's very, very busy and full of fireworks for you in London tonight. But yeah, I've got a sideways one for the Mandela effect. When it's a bit more polished, I will try and I'll let you guys know a bit more on that one. Where are we? Agreed. Yeah, there's issues with space. Does it exist? And could it exist? We all have is a computer graphics and fake footage from NASA. We are in space. I don't think so. I mean, there's definitely some questions around it there. I'm kind of like in that camp of there's just so much involved. Like so many people are on board, and so many other people would have to be, tricked and stuff. Like, surely it'd be easier to not do that. But that's not like 100% belief. I just kind of lean that way by default. It's the lazy way of of crowdsourcing an opinion without doing the effort. You go, well, if everybody else is doing that, and sometimes it's safe, it's definitely reasonably safe if everybody's doing it, but yeah, not necessarily accurate. So I mean, yeah, NASA and stuff has got a lot of questions to answer there. And bear in mind, I knew space was real all my life, but there's an element to our politics. Can want to say who is directly responsible for this? Well, I mean, yeah, the principle that people can pull these sorts of stunts, 100%. I don't trust anyone there, and that is the thing. It is trust, isn't it? You know, I'm still trusting those sciences. I'm still trusting orbital mechanics and the work there. But I know that they're made by humans and they can be wrong and they can lie. And the Earth would be the only thing in this observable universe that's flat, if it is there. And so space doesn't exist unless I'd see it for myself. So I totally get with that. You know, I do want to. Before I you know, take any big leaps, I wouldn't trust anybody. Let me scroll down. It freed up the ability to wall Sims in and take away the pool ladder. So it freed you up for murder, basically, Kate. That's the only thing that's stopping you from going on a serial killing rampage. There is money. And the only thing I took time to build in that game was a cemetery. Kate's cemetery there. I like that. That needs to be on a t-shirt, I think. There's going to be a new sticker. You maintaining your cemetery of dead Sims. Not a space agency, and never a straight answer there for NASA. Space has slowed down and confused everything. Well, this is it's always in jeopardy, isn't it? Well, not jeopardy, but it's always in flux, isn't it? You know, it's always our best answer, these theories, at any one time, and they're always being changed. And the scientists seem to be shocked and appalled that there's change, but isn't that the process of science? But yeah, I mean, either James Webb is throwing all the timelines off, aren't they, as well? And DJ, how you doing there? All the best to you as well for 2026, and Happy New Year. If I don't catch you later for that one. And I actually have a sticker on my phone besides the bag that says reading because murder is bad. I mean, I was hoping, Kate, that you'd protest that jibe, but no, you've embraced it, which is more worrying. Although Alan can agree, he's nodding his little antenna there. What do you mean by the James Webb? It's throwing the timers. So the James Webb Space Telescope there, one of the new ones, it's basically detecting galaxies, large galaxies, well far back in time, because essentially, obviously, it's the further it looks back there, the older that light is, so from the early universe. So it's not just looking in distance, it's looking in time. So those galaxies it's seeing so far away there, the theory was that with the age of the universe being, 12 something billion years old, big galaxies couldn't form. You know, there just wasn't the matter around, it hadn't condensed, there wasn't enough time for big galaxies to develop and grow. But we point to James Webb over there, and we go, oh, that's a big galaxy. Well, how did that happen? So yeah, they keep pushing their calculations now back for the age of the universe, because it is seeing things that shouldn't have existed by the previous model, and that was only, been only up there a couple of years, hasn't it? There, but and Paddy as well. Thank you for the rose. Do appreciate that. It all goes back into the stream. But yeah, it's science is our best guess at any one time there, and it's a question of how right it is rather than is it right or wrong. It's like how true is a subject there. There are objective truths, there are hard facts, but there is so much that isn't a binary yes or no. It's a degrees of truth as well. It's how right is something, but we don't like that. We like nice efficient yeses or nos to get on with our day, but most of the things are actually kind of degrees of truth there. And high five to us all weirdos. We're not partying tonight, we're all chatting about the weirdness of space there. Let's have a look over on the tubes there as well, and everyone in NASA is a Freemason. I wouldn't be surprised. There you go. I said it. They're going to come after you now. They're going to come after you. No, they're not really. We're safe here. We're not on the cutting edge. The Men in Black don't need to come for us now. I can remember when a Galaxy and Mars were 20p. I mean, that's going back now. It's like a Freddo being 10 pence as well. My friend is being shy, but he has joined the live. Well, hello, Bougie's friend. That's totally fine. You can hang back and watch. That's totally cool, quietly there. But you're very welcome. We'd always like to hear from you if you fancy it. John, hello. How are you doing? Happy New Year for, for an hour and a half's time there. Good to see you, and thank you for the stickers, and thank you for the heart there. Appreciate that. All goes back into the stream. And where are we going there? Have to get Sam to host one evening. I have a 12-inch Twilight telescope and a 4. So that would be cool. It's so good looking at. Man, I 100%, Jace, 100%. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I mean, you've already got the go there. You don't need me. But I'd love to have a good telescope to see some of like when we do the moon watch, just to see that crisp detail. Absolutely stunning. There. We're all friends here. I'm shy and never speak unless abducted or breaking free. I mean, yeah, like the irony is that I'm talking on this stream there, but I do not talk in other people's streams. I do not text. I don't participate in groups. But here, you don't get to shut me up there. But 100%, yeah, love to do stuff like that. And what's the time? Oh, we're going to give ourselves another 10 minutes of the stream there tonight. And we're going to come off slightly earlier there. Because I think the camera's going to be frozen over. Always fun to put back. Oh, so what's everyone's New Year's resolutions as well? I went live last night for the first time in TikTok. Oh, you got live! Excellent, Agent X. Yeah, that's about right for TikTok. It took me a solid month to figure it out without it just constantly janking out. Yeah, it was a solid month of 3 people in the stream trying to figure it out. Absolute crazy. How you doing, Camel? Good to see you. We're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight there. Looking for the weird and wonderful in the night skies live over Wiltshire here in the UK. There's a couple of odd flashes, but we haven't seen any repeats, I don't think, yet. Let's zoom in like fuck and find out why those stars sparkle. Just going to get it there. And I've just bought the 2 Allens from Amazon, the last of them. Rio, that's it. You know, we've warned you. We've warned you. That's it. They're nothing but trouble. As I said, you know, I'm at night trying to get to sleep. The bedroom door comes over. The light comes in. You just see the antennae poke around. You're like, no, Alan, no probing tonight, Alan. And he sulks off. Everyone wants an Alan, but they're nothing but trouble. Yeah, apologies, the stream isn't up to scratch tonight, so partly because no, that's the wrong one, because the moon's up there, it's destroying our night vision. That's what we normally see lots more stars and movement and activity there. And it's not a moon watch because the panning and tilting motor has decided to stop working for the camera there, so we can't also pan this camera around as we normally could follow certain stars around. But we'll have a look at that after the stream and then see if we can get it working for later in the week. I'm hoping this weekend is going to have a nice few things for us to attend. Nice few sky watches for us, a few clear nights there. And I joined the Discord. I have a fitness channel. Awesome. New to astronomy. I've been streaming for 2 years. I love it. They should give us some tips as well. So you're on the tubes. That's very, very new to me, live streaming on the tube. So any tips will be very welcome there. But yeah, join over in the Discord. I'd love to have you over there. And get anybody else, guys, if you do want to. Link in the top of our bios for that one. You can join us over there for a chat there. How you doing, Paul? Good to see you there. I might set up a team of Agent X Allens in sweat gear. Oh, SWAT gear. I thought it was sweat gear. I was like the old 80s, you know, sweat bands on like that. I'm thinking like Mr. Motivator there for use to Agent X there. And Bougie, if Alan didn't thank you already.
Nom nom nom, thanks, guys.
I just noticed that one. Latest in the MOD request all civilians to feed Alan if abducted. That is the safest response there, and do not resist. Oh yes, you got your Alan t-shirt, t-shirt there. It's a one of one. It's a unique one there, Tickers there. That's not where my brain went. That's a fetish. A Mr. Motivator preference there. What do the kids say? Don't yuck my yum. There, Paul as well. Thank you for feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks, guys.
That's where my brain went. But not to the cemetery then. Yeah, I'm not sure if our YouTube community is such in the gutter as the TikTok side. They're probably all appalled over on there. I joined you perfect there. Sent a friend request. Awesome. Oh, 100% there, Jay. I mean, we're predominantly, I appreciate that as well. We're predominantly over on TikTok. That's where we started. It's very, 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 very busy over on TikTok, but it's just such an awful platform for their restrictions and things. You're always falling foul of their AI moderation. You just can't function. So hence the others, these ones, guys, if you want to join us there, to see. But then there's not really much discovery on the old... the tubes we found. We found a little bit, but yeah, it's much slower there. But do appreciate that and appreciate any advice there. Bougie as well coming in with the gifts. Again, thank you for that. Helps us improve what we are doing here. Intergalactic Sheen. Oh, it's been a good one. Where are we there now? So we're in the last few minutes of the stream tonight, guys. But thank God we've had a little bit of a sky watch. What is the weather looking like for the rest of the week? Where's my weather app, guys? Not that they ever tell the truth. Right, so we are... So Thursday, all clear tomorrow. Should be clear Friday. Hey, might have a good run here. Same for Saturday. Hey, this is something good. Cold but clear. So hopefully when that moon sorts off out of the way, we can have a good run of skywatches. Excuse me. All this talking. Oh. So yeah, interesting. Exactly all the tapping there, Bougie. Appreciate that one. It means ice. It means it's going to be very, very, very cold there. Loving the stickers, Harker. Watch all the snow start now. Everyone's due back to the land of the... Yeah. As soon as people actually need to travel, then we'll get our Christmas weather, won't we? Be about right. Where's that one? Oh, sorry, just getting distracted in my messages. What am I doing? Sorry, guys, I've got them live streaming there. Totally into it there. Maybe try for Free Eye Atlas Friday if you're up for it. Oh, could be. I might actually, though, Friday. Literally just checking my messages. There might be something else. Might be after doing an on-location one Friday. So, typically, literally just a message I just got distracted with there. But maybe. If we're not doing that, then I'd love to do something like that. Harko, hello, and thank you for the gift. 2026, that's a new one. There. Let's have a look. Hey, the cowboy hat. I love that. Thank you, Kate. It's forecast for snow on Saturday, but it does. Does it? May go live and chat. The remote viewing could work. Yeah. Oh, God, snow as well there. And Happy New Year to all of you guys there as well. And yes. Elise, have you ever seen a UFO? Yes, we have. We do on our Skywatch streams. Oh, no, it came back. Well, hey. On the Skywatch, we tend to see something strange every night. I don't think we've seen anything strange tonight, which is weird. But the moon is up, taking a lot of our brightness. But yeah, normally we do see some strange things. So on our main TikTok page, we've got some clips of some of the things we've seen there. Do the live at Friday, and I will mod the comments. Awesome. Yeah, I've literally just seen the message, so that's what I got distracted with. So hopefully I'll pop back into that after stream, and we can arrange something there. It would, at least, that's why I started doing the stream. I'd never seen one before, and that's why we started doing it. And yeah, we've started to see some very interesting things indeed, so I'm looking forward to see more of that. But yeah, if you hang around for this, we should have a good few nights ahead of us of clear skies. Hopefully you'll see something with us then there. Yeah, definitely. Let's TikTok type ban us for for that one. But anyway, I'm going to come off tonight, guys. But do make sure you're following if you're not already, guys, because we'll be on for the rest of the week. Probably doing it 10 till midnight UK times for those. Probably different on Friday if we do something there. But yeah, do make sure you follow so you catch that. It does look like it's going to be a run of clear skies and sky watches. So that is a good one there. Yeah, lack of focus. But thank you everybody for joining us. You've been amazing. I do appreciate your keeping us company and providing your awesome knowledge and questions and things like that. Black Magic as well, welcome aboard. And for everybody as well, Happy New Year for whenever that happens for you all, wherever you are in the world. But we hope to see you next year, tomorrow, for our Sky Watchers there. You've been awesome. I do appreciate you there, guys. And thank you again, gifters, subbers, Patreons, etc. there for helping us, improve what we are doing here as well. So thank you so much, guys. Have a great new year, and we will all catch you all on the flip side tomorrow, in the new year. Bye-bye, guys. Thanks again. And